What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, we're going to be doing the playthrough of Neo Clash DUVAL. Now, with Neo Clash DUVAL, I could actually go over to Extra Island really quick and show you guys. It's actually a little bit different from the previous Neo Clashes that we've had on Global, with the fact that you can actually see in the folder here, there are 4 different islands. There is one that you can use Slasher, Free Spirit, and Striker characters, and then there are also Striker, Free Spirit, and Slasher specific dungeons. In this video today, I'm going to be using a bunch of different teams. I don't really have one for every single one. I didn't use a Slasher team. I do have a Striker team and also a Free Spirit team. Actually, I do have a Slasher team now that I'm thinking about it. It's kind of a Slasher team, but you guys will be seeing it in this video today. The thing is that if you take on the specific ones, either the specifically Slasher, Striker, or Free Spirit dungeons, you can encounter Neo Whitebeard, the Neo Ambush Whitebeard. I will not be doing that in today's video. Neo Whitebeard is a terrible unit, and for the amount of effort that you have to put through to get that character, it is completely not worth it. So I strongly suggest, if you want to farm this, farm the first island where you can use all of the classes, being Slasher, Striker, and Free Spirit. So that's what we're going to be going through in today's video. But before we get into that, I want to actually talk about the unit himself, Neo Clash DUVAL. So DUVAL is a quick shooter Free Spirit character, slightly different from his Dex original counterpart. His stats overall are pretty mediocre. His captain ability is reducing 2 turns of special charge time at the start of the quest and giving shooter 2.25 times attack and 1.5 times recovery. Pretty terrible captain effect overall. His special ability, though, actually got a pretty significant change. So I believe now, I think it goes down to a 14-turn cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but I'm not 100% certain. But his special ability will deal 5,000 fixed damage to all enemies, which is always going to be useful. He also reduces your crew's increased damage taken duration by 4 turns, which is pretty odd, and he also halves damage taken for 1 turn, so he basically allows you to just take less damage. If you do get given that reduced damage or increased damage taken, he can just remove it and then halve more damage, so which is quite good. And then at the end, he also provides a 1.75 times shooter attack boost. Overall, he's just okay. He's just pretty good. If you are in need of a shooter attack booster, this is a pretty good unit to pick up for sure. This character also will be a trusty character in the upcoming treasure map versus Doflamingo, and for that alone, I would suggest maxing him out. There are chopper man missions available for clearing the Neo Clash DUVAL, and it's not specific to any island whatsoever. You can clear any of the islands with any of the classes, and you will count towards the chopper man missions, which is very, very good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break down Neo Clash DUVAL. Alright, so now getting into the dungeon itself, I have 4 separate teams for you guys in this video today, and as I said, this is going to be on the dungeon where you can use all the separate classes, because that's the easiest way to take on DUVAL. So the first team here is an NL team on stage 3. Stage 3 is when you encounter the first quote-unquote mini-boss. Stages 1 and 2 are typically where you'll go ahead and start stalling. But on stage 3, there are 3 Fishman characters, and they each have a preemptive attack. So the first time, you'll go ahead and get your bottom right character binded for 5 turns. The guy in the top left will have 9 turns of attack up, and 3 turns of increased damage taken will be inflicted to your team. Overall, they're pretty easy to beat, only 300,000 health each, pretty straightforward as long as you make sure you move on to the next stage when your next character is unbinded, you know, the character in the bottom right. But talking about stage 4 is a mini-boss DUVAL. He has about 1.4-ish million HP, and the mobs surrounding him have about 100,000 HP each. The preemptive attack here, pretty simply, is a 5-turn despair to your captain, only your captain, and also 2 turns of attack down is inflicted to your team as well. As you can see, Coliseum Kid here absolutely destroys that final boss stage, or stage 4 it is. Moving on to the final boss stage, we have DUVAL himself, has nearly 5.6 million HP. The mobs around him have about 90,000 HP each. The preemptive attack, he has 1 turn of very, very strong defense. Like, even an 80% defense reduction still could barely break through that defense. It is a huge defense, so as long as you have a unit to reduce his defense to 0, or a unit that that removes defense up, you're going to be good. Also, there's 5 turns of a 1.1 times chain lock that gets inflicted to your team. So there are ways around that. You can either bring a character that removes the chain lock, or you can bring a character on stage 4 that does multiple turns of a chain lock, and you can carry that through to the final boss stage, and that will allow you to basically ignore the preemptive attack of DUVAL. As for this example here on the carrot team, we have the rare recruit Dex Rebecca. She is actually able to remove that chain lock that gets inflicted to our team, which is very good. Also, DUVAL has a really weird orb manipulation mechanic. So initially, he'll give you a full board of block orbs, except for your middle right and bottom right character. It's very, very odd. And then if you use any type of orb manipulation special, he's going to change all your orbs into block for the first time. If you manipulate your orbs again, he will change them all to recovery. And if you manipulate your orbs any time after that second variation, he won't change them. So, you know, you can either have a character that treats recovery as beneficial, which is quite good, or you can just go ahead and have multiple different ways to manipulate your orbs. Also, after the first turn of attacks, DUVAL will have an immunity, so he can't be like delayed, poisoned, or, you know, reduce his defense or anything. And also he will have recovery bind that gets inflicted to your team as well, and on turn 2 he will enrage all the enemies. I don't have very many specifics after that. Shout out to Godot for providing these details very early on this dungeon's release. But as I said, I did have 4 different teams for you guys in this video today. The first team you guys saw was the 6+ NL team. Was pretty comfortable, actually, was no issues whatsoever. So if you have NL and you have Shirahoshi, the rest of those characters on that previous team were free to play. Very, very simple to build. And here we have with the carrot team. The carrot team was kind of tricky. If you have limited rare recruit Toadskii, that will help you out significantly on stage 4, allowing you to get multiple different turns of a chain lock, which will allow you to then again bring a character on your team as a replacement for the Dex Rebecca and also the Shanks and Mihawk you guys are seeing on this team. Like, you just don't need those 2 characters if you have limited rare recruit Toadskii. It helps you out significantly. The team you guys will be seeing after this is going to be a striker team utilizing Neko and Inu. So it's really fun to use these guys once again. The striker team honestly is one of the best teams for this I've seen so far. The fact that you can use characters such as Colosseum Magellan and Colosseum Kid for this particular fight, they are so useful. I mean, you guys have seen already, Colosseum Kid on stage 4, he just destroys it, does so much damage. And then you've got the Colosseum Magellan, who not only reduces the enemy's defense on the final boss stage, which allows you to deal more damage to DUVAL, removing that really annoying defense up, but he also provides the conditional boost against the poison and strong poison enemies. So having just a free unit that can get around multiple different things on the final stage is very, very useful. Also, Shirahoshi, or Legend Shirahoshi, is very, very good here, as her orb manipulation into rainbow orbs will not trigger the special interrupt of DUVAL, of course, because DUVAL cannot manipulate the rainbow orb. So if you have Shirahoshi, it's going to make your life a lot easier for this Neo Clash event. The last team you guys will be seeing in this video is going to be a Luffy and Ace team. Luffy and Ace and Neko and Inu both work exceptionally because of their swap effects, allowing them to completely remove the despair on themselves, which is very, very nice for the stage 4 fight. You really do not have to worry about it whatsoever. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You know, we had 4 different teams: NL, Carrot, Cat Dog, and Luffy and Ace. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.